People, I hope you stuck with me. I was supposed to do this 1 o'clock, but technical difficulties. It's 1:06 p.m., May 31, Friday. This is Joseph Sack in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The most vulnerable Senate seats for the Democrats to win. 1, Maine Republican Senator Susan Collins. 2, Colorado Republican Senator Cory Gardner. 3, North Carolina Republican Senator Thom Tillis. Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst. 5, Arizona Republican Senator Martha McSally. 6, they can go after Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican of South Carolina, but winning is not as easy as the others. 7, Senator Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, not as easy as the others. Mitch McConnell blocks all that the Democrats have done and will try to do. You must turn it from minority to majority in the Senate for the Democrats to get rid of Mitch McConnell. These Republican senators voted for now Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Democrats win these seats, they will have the majority of the Senate seats. The seat count will go from 53 to 46 Republicans, 51 to 48 seat count in favor of the Democrats. The Democrats should go all out for these seats. Graham McCaskill, Missouri, and Heidi Heitkamp in North Dakota lost their Senate seats because they voted nay towards Brett Kavanaugh becoming Supreme Court Justice. These two women should run again if they can, and they should be reelected to the United States Senate. They sacrificed themselves in the altar of service on behalf of the people. They believed that he was not fit to be a Supreme Court Justice. They believed Mrs. Christine Blasey Ford's rape experience and testimony against Brett Kavanaugh that she gave witness to against Brett Kavanaugh and said he raped her. I believe also that he and his friend did indeed rape her. We give a warning to the Democratic voters about impeaching President Donald Trump. If the Democrats take over the majority of the Senate, they still need about 67 votes from the Senate. They still need some Republicans to vote for impeachment. So if the Democrats still can't get about 67 votes from the Senate, one has to go all out and vote against President Donald Trump, voting him out of office. This is your safer bet. Every person has to be patient. In the Senate hearings, Brett Kavanaugh kept lying to Senator Sheldon Whitehouse to his questions. He gave him the wrong meanings to his questions. He would also get smart with and throw back questions that another senator asked him. That sounded like Brett Kavanaugh lying. People who were watching the hearing and who knew him and knew what went on back then said that he was lying. Brett Kavanaugh constantly rejecting questions, asking him if he would agree to ask the FBI to investigate the circumstances surrounding what happened back then. This indicates admission of guilt. I believe it does anyway. Supreme Court Justice Elena Kagan and Brett Kavanaugh just got remarkably angry and political for a Supreme Court nominee. He indicates admission of guilt without saying it. Because why are we behind it? It was coming out that Anita Hill was telling the truth about Judge Clarence Thomas' lying of his sexual prowess and the sex and pornography he was viewing in his office. He lied of his viewing of pornography that he communicated to others while at work. Judge Clarence Thomas and now Judge Brett Kavanaugh both lied under oath of their sexual histories. A case for impeaching Judge Clarence Thomas surfaced at the time of James Comey and the Hillary Clinton emails. The case for the impeachment of Judge Clarence Thomas came virtually at the same time. The case against Judge Thomas came first, then the Clinton emails, but then candidate Donald Trump leading the cheers for those Clinton emails coming out. Clinton emails put the case for the impeachment of Judge Clarence Thomas on hold. That case did not resurface in November. How convenient. But this I must say that both ends of the political spectrum, Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, play the same dirty game of politics, just like then and like now. But I must also say Republicans, Democrats, conservative, liberals are not altogether right, and not altogether wrong in what they believe. They both have things to offer about many different subjects. Brett Kavanaugh lying about a sexual assault against Ford and about the other lies he told those hearings must not be Supreme Court justice while he was voting for Supreme Court justice, but he must be impeached. That prosecutor said that you don't have to have intercourse with the rape. That's true. He was lying. Well, if you allow this to continue with no more in the United States, those who will vote for him anyway should not be reelected. Those who have voted for him anyway should not be reelected to Congress again. The president who continued to support him should not be reelected president. They all are to be fired. Vote against them, vote Democrat. The Republican Party is in the pocket for President Donald Trump. They must be voted out. Going back to the trial and make this comment. Peripheral vision and its people. Outside of your straight wave vision, it is to the side of the area you are looking. You can still detect movement and shapes. On the side where you can still see facts and figures of truth. But outside of that peripheral vision, one will not be able to see what is there or detect it. Why? There are no eyes inside them. There are no eyes in the back of the head there. So one cannot see or notice what is inside the back of the head. They can only hear things. Ears are on the side of a person's head, not the eyes. Because of these facts, no one should ever expect to find the truth of what is there by sight, only by ear. In the case of Ford against Kavanaugh, like for everyone, a woman should not have to make herself aware of those details. For a woman should never ever have to think to come to areas around there before she gets to the place where she's going, or where she will be at any given time at that soldier. For she should never ever expect to be attacked like that from anything, especially from a man. When she came out of the place where they attacked and raped her, she said she noticed what was to the side of her, like where the bathroom was and other things. Ford, when coming down the steps, heard Kavanaugh and his friend talking, laughing, and carrying on to what they had just done to her. The humiliation was complete. From that moment on, she could never remember anything else, like how she got home or anything that surrounded that area of that. She should not be expected to do so by anyone. Susan Collins claimed that it has now hit rock bottom, but Susan Collins voting for him was responsible for it now hitting rock bottom. She was responsible for doing so. If she said no, she would have left it in someone else's hands to keep this from hitting rock bottom. Senator Joe Manchin, Democrat, did not sacrifice himself to build the country or his constituents, on which he is obligated to do. He voted for Kavanaugh. Manchin has to go. He can be recalled and recalled. He helped put a rapist in the Supreme Court. Senator Jeff Flake fooled everybody. He was not interested in saving others by himself only. He wanted to ease his conscience and soothe his guilt. He was voting yes all the way. But the only way he could do it was when the FBI report came back to Congress. And with that 100% lie of omission of a report, he could now lie to himself and hide away his guilty conscience. And now he can vote yes. He could now think that he got away from his guilt. Everyone except God, of course. God will, of course, one day bring it back to him, and then sorrow and weeping will finally be true. But it is too late. Senator Claire McCaskill, Democrat, Missouri. Senator Heidi Heitkamp, Democrat, North Dakota, as I said, lost re-election because they voted against Brett Kavanaugh for the United States Supreme Court. This because of the lies and the leading astray by President Donald Trump. He did the same for the Republican Senate and the governorship of Florida. These two women should run again if they can. These two women should be reelected in the United States Senate. Republicans should not be the majority party in the Senate either. They should be voted out. A. For Brett Kavanaugh, a rapist in office, Clarence Thomas, sexual harassment of women in the workplace as Supreme Court justices. Both should be impeached. Senator Lisa Murkowski, Republican, is asking all what she did made it possible for fellow Senator Steve Daines, Republican of Montana, to attend to his daughter's wedding. So he will be excused from voting yes for Kavanaugh. If he was there, he would have voted yes. Senator Lisa Murkowski withdrew from voting. Not voting yes or no still made it possible for Kavanaugh to make the Supreme Court. So no praise to her. Total hypocrisy by President Donald Trump in his using the FBI against Mrs. Ford. President Donald Trump falsely accused the FBI of corruption until we needed them to help cover up for it. This turned the senator's decision to voting for the rapist Brett Kavanaugh. This turned the senator's decision to voting yes for the rapist Brett Kavanaugh for Supreme Court. President Donald Trump, on this point, showed himself to be totally corrupt. This is only one point. Obviously, there are many other evidences as to his corruption. So now you have a rapist on the Supreme Court, Brett Kavanaugh, the sexual harasser of women in the workplace, Clarence Thomas. Both voted there by the Republican Party. But Brett Kavanaugh and Clarence Thomas should be impeached, along with the entire Republican Party who should be voted out. A former FBI agent said that an agent can spend 3 hours questioning someone and not get to the bottom of anything. You can just go through the motions of his questioning. The Brett Kavanaugh case probably on orders from President Donald Trump. And on top of this, the agents at that time were not able to come up with any collaborating witnesses. All this are ordered by Congress and Donald Trump. Stay tuned to more of my broadcasts. Possibly Monday, possibly Sunday. They'll all be at 11 o'clock. Thank you for watching. Spread the news. Spread the word. Thank you.